Round of 32 continues here in the Quezon City 10-ball open. But before we get our next match underway, let's have this very special message from no less than the Mayor of Quezon City, the Honorable Joy Belmonte.
Good day, everyone. I appreciate all of you for being with us here today. Before we commence, I would like to welcome you all to our very first Quezon City 10-ball open. After all the immense challenges that our nation and the rest of the world have faced, our esteemed billiard event is now finally happening. Our country and the sport of billiards have a long-standing relationship. As Filipinos, we have embraced billiards as a part of our culture. So much so that we were able to produce some of the sport's Hall of Famers and legends, from Efren Bata Reyes and Francisco Django Bustamante, to Ronnie Alcano, Dennis Orculio, and other reputable names in the industry. They have given our country an identity and have represented us throughout numerous championships internationally. With this, I personally believe that we have a considerable amount of potential talent out there waiting to be discovered, developed, and set out into the world. Our goal with this auspicious event is to flick our searchlights on to uncover new pool artists and to place Quezon City on the map as the billiard capital of the Philippines and hopefully the world. With the amount of pride that the sport and our talents have given our nation, my support for billiards and especially our players will never cease. Before I end, I would like to give my thanks to the Billiard Managers and Players Association of the Philippines for your willingness to uphold pool in this country. It is with your determination that we are able to team up and create a healthy culture of competition in our community. Thank you as well for cooperating with us in guaranteeing the health and safety of everyone involved. Secondly, I would also like to extend my gratitude to our brave players for taking part and showing their unwavering love for this sport. And lastly, thank you everyone for your steadfast support. It is my deepest desire that Quezon City 10-ball open will not just bring joy and entertainment, but also dignity and honor to us all. And with that, I wish everyone the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Joy Belmonte. And for our round of 32 matchup right here at Sharks, it will be Junriel Ferrer taking on Jerico Bañares. Unahin natin dito si Junriel, taga Cebu. Ngayon, Junriel, kinikwento mo sa akin kanina, tumigil ka na magbilyar pero ngayon nasa comeback trail ka ngayon. Ba't mo naisipan tumigil at ba't ngayon pabalik ka ngayon?
Dahil sa hirap paikot-ikot sa buong Pilipinas tapos walang permanenteng manager na nag-ano. Tapos bumabalik pa rin sa bilyar kasi may nailigan talaga, hindi maiwanan.
Ngayon, ito makakalaban mo, si Jerico Bañares. Alam naman natin, maganda na pangalan yan sa industriya. Ano masasabi mo sa napipinto niyong laban?
Napakahirap kalaban si Jerico Bañares, bro. Good luck na lang sa aming dalawa po.
Alright, so ngayon, Panday, alam naman natin na last time mong pumasok dito, nanalo kayong dalawa nito si Anton Raga. So masasabi natin, sanay na sanay ka na dito sa mesan to. Ngayon, kalaban mo ito si Junriel. Ano masasabi mo sa nalalapit yung laban?
Yun nga, good luck sa amin. Yun nga, enjoy lang yung laban. Sana swerte na ako sa laban na to.
Okay, ngayon, alam natin may mga milyon-milyon kang tagahanga sa buong mundo. Anong mensahe mo sa kanila?
Yun, yung mga nanonood dyan na mahilig magbilyar, sana supportahan nyo tong palaro dito at saka palakpak lang kayo pagka bahala na kayo.
Alright folks, it will be Junriel Ferrer taking on the Panday Jerico Bañares as we continue here in the round of 32 sa ating Quezon City 10-ball open. Round of 32 continues here in the Quezon City 10-ball open. This matchup is between Jerico Bañares taking on Junriel Ferrer.
And up for lag. Ito na maglag silang dalawa, no? So who gets to shoot first? And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Manny Argonza and Noel Sarante over on Facebook and YouTube Live.
And again, you know, sabi nga natin, maglalag sila. Isa kasi dito malalaglag. Ready sa ating Quezon City 10-ball open. This is the round of 32. The winner moves on to the round of 16 to join Jonas Magpantay. He's already through, and we just got word na lumusot na rin si Anton Raga into the final 16. Nicoy Lining is also through to the final 16, as well as isa pang bata, si Kyle Amoroto is also through to the final 16.
Oh, so Kyle Amoroto was triumphant over yung the
Benok,
15-year-old.
Benok Regalario. Kyle is actually 18, so it was a battle of the teenagers. Yung naglaban doon.
First time ko nakita si Kyle, I think he was like 14 or 13 years old, going up against Efren Reyes.
Well, yes. Well, ngayon, to si Jerico Bañares has won the lag, and he will be breaking here in rack number 1. Again, this is a race to 9 winners break. And we are heading now into the final 16. Pa-home stretch na tayo rito. Now, Jerico Bañares, as I mentioned during the interview, has won here in his last outing. Nung magkakampi sila ni Anton Raga, they defeated the tandem of Jeffrey Ignacio and Johan Chua. And the ball made on the break.
Ball made in the break,
Yeah.
and the one ball is eclipsed by the 8-9 cluster. No, so no direct line there.
Push out ang itsura nito para kay Panday. And the push out is to a kick shot. So there is no direct path pa rin dito. And our first look now at Junriel Ferrer from San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, but grew up in Cebu already. And kung alam niyo yung geography ng Pilipinas, those are the two shortest points among the two regions. All right? Yung Toledo City in Cebu to San Carlos, Negros Occidental, that is a very, very short area of open water na madadaanan doon. So that's, he was born in San Carlos but lives in, or was raised in Cebu or grew up in Cebu. Binalik kay Jerico. And this is what Jerico says, oh, binalik mo sa akin, so ito yung tira ko.
Oo nga. That was a great kick by Jerico. And here, 2 ball to the 3 ball. Ito, Jerico will want to come out here straight down table.
Is he thinking of messing the 8 and 9 right now?
No, not at the moment. The 8-9 combination is on.
Yeah. Tama.
So no need to mess that up at the moment.
So now the 4 ball, kitang-kita, he's gonna have to play this. Oh, nice contact with the 7. I thought he was gonna draw it back, pero naalis niya yung problema. And that should be easy sailing now for him. This is Jerico Bañares, the 31-year-old former youth campaigner as well, but now leading the charge of the next generation ng mga pool players. Diba originally, sila Efren, sila Amang Parica, Boy Samson, lahat yan magkakasama. And then the next wave came in, the Dennis Orculio players, yan sila Livan Cortesa. And then the next generation is now being led by this gentleman, itong si Jerico Bañares, with the guys like sila Johan Chua, sila Jeffrey Ignacio.
There you go. 8 to the corner for an easy 10 to the side.
And the thing about Jerico here is he makes pool look so easy and able to run out after the masasabi natin after the push out na binalik sa kanya nitong si Junriel Ferrer. So Jerico Bañares on the board first, and Jerico, once he gets his groove going, Manny is one of the faster shooters that we have on the circuit.
Once he's comfortable on the table,
Yeah.
no? And he reaches his stride, tama ka dyan, Noel. Talagang mabilis tumira yan. Everything seems automatic na.
Well, Jerico Bañares, tubong Antipolo City, just like itong si Benok Regalario. And Benok actually lists Jerico as one of his favorite players as well. Although nga, nabalitaan natin that Benok was waylaid in the round of 32 Kyle Amoroto.
Kahit papano, he still got into the money.
Yeah, he got paid.
Mm-mm.
Let's see if we can make up the other matchups dito. I think Revo David is also through. Yeah, I believe we got word also that Revo David is also through to the final 16. Baset Mokaybat was eliminated by Gregory Dira. So former finalist di sa mga tournament natin dito will no longer be joining us. So yun pa lang ang balita natin.
All right. Okay, Junriel with his first visit to the table off that dry break from Jerico Bañares. Let's see what Junriel can do from here.
The last time he was at the table, he passed up on a push out. So ito yung first time na titira siya. 33 years old naman. Itong si Junriel Ferrer. And he said during the interview that he wanted to stop playing billiards, but billiards said, come back. And he's back. And look at this safety.
Not a bad effort. Bañares can, of course, get to this one ball via bottom rail. Okay. But
he's going to call the one into the corner.
oh, hang on. Is there an...
He's going to hit it against the 5, right?
Yes.
Yon, against the 5. Wanted to hide it behind the 4.
Eto. Okay. Junriel finally gets a good look at the 1. He can go straight down table, or rather up table for the blue 2. He just needs to make sure he's not going to be hampered by that yellow 9. He can go all the way down or somewhere near the center of the table.
Oh, in stark contrast, ito naman si Junriel Ferrer takes his time with his shooting. Oh, there's a tie-up.
Well, I think the 5 ball still passes. As far as I can tell.
Yun na nga eh. No, but you may be right because looking at the top shot here, it's not connected to the 10.
All right. So, now he wants to slide to the left for that 3, then push forward with that cue ball for the pink 4. He wants to take that pink 4 to the side. Pero here he wants to land above yung side pocket and pink 4 line. He wants to have a line closer to that black 8 para naman makababa siya for the 5 ball. On the 5 kasi he would like a straighter angle kasi medyo touchy shot yun
halos nakadikit din sa 10 although hindi naman siya talaga nakadikit. Homologation. And that's gonna pass the 8. So Jerico Bañares may pagkakataon to get back at the table here. Well, he is back at the table. He can make this 3 sneak behind the 8 and still hold position for the 4.
Well, he needs that cue ball to go back down near where that 3 is. Oh, he wants that more.
Interesting now that he's got this angle.
Well, dito, he might go all the way past the 9 ball if he wants to. Don't get behind the 9.
He got behind the 9.
That's the danger there. Because he was off angle on that 4 ball. So he couldn't get the natural path.
Akala ko kuha na niya yung speed. Tama naman. It sort of killed the speed coming off the long rail. Pero yun na nga, hindi pumreno in time.
Mahirap kasi i-judge yung yung mga inside English.
Yeah. Well, this is a 2-railer.
He called it in the corner, probably knocking it off.
Wow.
That 10.
But a scratch. Ball in hand now para kay Junriel Ferrer.
Yung 2-rail kick niya, he made it look so easy. Kitang-kita niya kagad automatic eh.
Yeah, but the thing is, he wasn't able to control the cue ball, went straight into the side pocket. And now ball in hand with an easy layout suddenly para dito kay Junriel Ferrer.
5 balls on the table. Junriel Ferrer with ball in hand. Let's see if he can finish this off.
Yeah, this should be an easy out. If you made it to the round of 32, then you must have shown excellent chops. And it's like one of the rare times that I actually see one of our players wearing a headband to the table.
Si Kapaw Kidlat, kung tawagin Kuya Butch. But ganun, Kapaw Kidlat.
And it should be no problem now here, getting from the 8 to the 9 with this angle.
Well, yeah, Junriel Ferrer will just draw this using the side rail with bottom left.
Still okay.
Still okay, but he needs to do.
This guy smiles a lot, by the way.
Well, the reason why he's smiling here because he knows that he just made this shot harder than it should be.
Yeah. Pero in this position niya kanina, even during the warm-ups, you can see Jerico's always stern-faced. Pero this guy was just smiling all the time. It's like, wow, I'm here. I'm at the TV table.
From here, there's no natural path wherein he can get a straight in position for the 10. He will need to either hit this with a lot of inside English or settle for an angled shot on the 10. And here comes the angled shot. Normally, Noel, whenever you're shooting your last ball, no,
You want it straight.
You want it as straight as possible to make it as simple and give yourself the best winning chances.
Well,
But no problem there.
So we are tied at 1 right now, off a scratch by Jerico Bañares. So it will be Junriel Ferrer breaking as we thank our sponsors, Bugsy Promotions, Bet and Win Gaming Corporation, Hard Time Sports Bar in Quezon City, as well as Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, V Lugao, Mudcakes by V, Carex Kayanong ng Target On Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Ropa Commercial, Flash TV, kasama na rin ang Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JP Cases, Music Avenue, Daddy's the Sports Bar in Quezon City, Billiard Planet, and Thoroughbred Layered Tips. So rack number 3 will have the break for Junriel Ferrer.
Score is tied 1-1, ano?
Let's see. I'll just study the brackets dito kasi you can probably predict the winner of this one already kung sino kalaban nila.
All right.
Yeah, the winner of this matchup will go up against, this is interesting, the winner of this matchup will go up against the winner of Demosthenes Pulpul and Jeff De Luna.
Aba.
Ganda nun, ha?
Oo, maganda yung matchup na yun, ha?
And this break is brought to us by Bet and Win, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Flash TV. 0 on the break here. And here comes Jerico Bañares, the Panday. And again, the 1 ball is not seen, so a push out is looming here for Jerico Bañares. Saan niya gustong dalhin ito? Probably. Yeah, I'm thinking about, he's just gonna show the 1 ball sa isang pag-aapang na tira.
No, I don't think this is gonna be a.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think this is gonna be an offensive temptation. Ano? If anything, this is gonna be more of a safety battle from here. This is an invite to a safety, not an invite to shoot.
But Jerico has never gone up against this guy, and we don't know very much about Junriel Ferrer. So let's see if he fancies being offensive. There's a crawl and there's a bank. Let's see what he takes. He's gonna take the safety. And does not get away with it.
I was thinking how would he use that 8 because yun yung ano yung obvious na taguan pero not for the cue ball. I think he shot it as best as he can at that time, no?
Again, mahirap. We're dealing with Jericho leaves the 1 ball. And the table sort of opened with the 10 now eclipsing the 7. That's the only problem we see. But here's a guy that we have no knowledge about. Wala tayong scouting report dito. Diba? We have scouting reports on guys like Jonas Magpantay, Johan Chua, Jerico Bañares. No problem. There's video about it. But who is this guy? Diba? Who is this Junriel Ferrer out of Cebu, whose journey with billiards has been fickle, and now he finds himself in an opportunity in the biggest stage in Philippine billiards right now, right here in the Sharks Den. So how legit is this guy, diba? How does he play? Is he more of a counter puncher or is he an aggressor?
I think I've seen him around, but that was no. Now that I think about it, now that I have a better look at his face, no, I think I was thinking about someone else.
Exactly. Now, dispabor siya dito sa dos, Manny. What's his plan?
Well, he wants to go 3 rails here and probably take the 3 ball into the side pocket or probably one of the lower corner pockets. He's looking to pass the pink 4. As long as he doesn't hit the pink 4 on his way back up, he's good. Oh, he's short. He's short.
No, and he's not going to be forced to play a combination, a 3-6 or a safety.
He went around 3 rails, but he would have wanted position behind that red 3, not before it.
So, if you were him, are you shooting a 3-6, which is one ball naman, or are you playing a combination?
No, I think if it was me, I'd play a safety here on the 6. Just like that.
So you think similarly. Yeah.
Just like that. Well,
it's a good result.
Oh, that's the obvious safety in that situation. If you're a pool player, you would readily recognize natural position play,
correct,
natural safety angles, and things like that.
The thing is, I don't see how Jerico can get out of this.
Well,
kahit sa taas siya dumaan, are you looking at 3 rails also? 4 rails probably if you include the short rail?
Probably 2 or 3 rails, but Jericho is looking to mess things up.
Oh yeah,
there.
He messed it. He created a hidden Mickey. He did.
Hey, good eye there, man.
Yeah.
Noel,
marami kami
it is
ganyan
a
ni AJ.
hidden Mickey.
Yeah, it's not quite hidden anymore, but he created something there. Now the thing is, masama na nga yung pwesto ng 7-10 to begin with. Now he inserts the 5 there. Does the 5 actually solve that problem also?
No. However, if Junriel can get enough of an angle, hang on, I think he can break it off from here.
Or he can actually put Jericho on foul 2. Tignan din natin.
Yeah.
Oh, because he can put the cue ball behind the 9.
I think Junriel, the way he put it, I'm not going to be surprised if he draws his cue ball into that cluster of balls. He's going to use power draw here.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to hit the right side there.
Okay, but the 5 is still a problem.
5 is still a problem. Well, a carom shot on the 7 is available
Yon,
now.
tama ka. Let's see how he lands on this medyo testboon na tira on the 4.
Okay, let's see what Junriel Ferrer here, what he wants to do.
So where does he land from the 4 to the 5? Ideally, you want to land underneath it, miss the 4. So he was playing the carom as you were suggesting.
Mm-hmm.
Pero ngayon, that gave Jericho an idea now. Might have to play the same shot. So wala rin, unless he can get underneath the 5 ball.
Well, from here, if Jericho is feeling adventurous, he could probably run this 3-4 rails, break out the cluster, unless Jericho would like to take on the carom as well. If Jericho was going to take the carom, he's going to just hit this with inside English, have the cue ball come straight back down along that line, along that same line it's on now.
No,
There
but
you go. He went for the break.
Yeah.
3 rails.
Ooh. Not really rewarded though. So ngayon, he does have to play a safety shot on the 5 because the 5, kita yung balikat.
Jerico Bañares went for the breaking option. Okay, however, didn't get good reward there. Don't hit the point. Got in there just fine.
This is going to be a kick shot off the long rail naman. A containing one because he's going to have to leave the cue ball behind the 6. Tama ba, Manny?
Yes, actually, that is the counter safety for this situation. Have the 5 ball pass between the 8 and 9, okay, or at least hit the right side of the 9 for the 5 ball to go back. Go down near the 7-10, and have the cue ball remain behind the 6 and 8.
You want to call the 5 ball just in case, though. No, he actually...
That's not the result he wanted, but he'll take it.
Well, this is an easy safety now for Jerico.
Because it could have been worse.
Yeah, kaya na ni Jerico. He can put the cue ball behind the 9 now and jail Junriel Ferrer. Didn't really get enough of the 9, but he'll take it.
And check it out. Okay, he got the 8 as a blocker. The 9 actually blocks a certain percentage as well. So, but is there a jump option?
I'm not sure about the jump, pero I'm looking at the short rail kick dito.
Because if the 9 wasn't there, the jump would be readily available. But since the 9 is there, it takes away the jump option. Or rather, it just makes it really very harder to do.
Well, he has the jump cue, and I don't think he's going to use it anymore.
No.
So, iniisip ko naman, there could be a masse around that.
A masse here is the next solution. But to control the masse, not to hit too soon on that rail, because if the masse hits the rails before the side pocket, okay, chances are he's not going to hit the 5 ball.
Taka muna, did he bring back his jump cue? Not quite sure if he brought back his jump cue.
Yes, he did.
Kasi he had it, went back, and decided that he's going to use it again. So he put it back together. So is he jumping into the long rail?
I think so.
Yeah, so he might jump into... Kasi wala, yung 9 takes out the direct jump. He's jumping into the long rail.
Jump kick.
And made it. Wow.
You were asking a while ago if this guy was legit.
Well...
What can you say about that?
Now, I'm just saying this guy now is Pinoy. Okay. For sure, he's Pinoy. But now, is he legit? Let's see if he can string together a few of those shots again. Diba? And during the interview, he was genuinely parang giddy. Kalaban niya si Jerico Bañares. Parang, wow, idol. Diba? But all that has to be pushed to the sidelines for now. Now you have a mission now. Jerico is now your target. Does he hit the 10 ball though?
No, he can manage to get around, but he has to
make the object ball.
Make the 6 first.
Yeah, so again, from a spectacular jump connection to an error.
I think this is Junriel Ferrer's first time on this table, right?
Yes, for sure.
Maybe that's what's getting him down here. Getting to him.
Right. And if you noticed also, Manny, medyo lumamig na sa pwesto natin because now both air conditioners are working. And this also changes the table dynamic.
Okay.
Jerico was noticing earlier na matigas daw ang banda. And now that the second air conditioner is on, that's not going to last very long. Then ball in the corner is called. by Jerico Panday Bañares. And he has now taken 2-1 lead. Race to 9 with a seat in the final 16 at stake. And now Junriel Ferrer shaking his head because he had that rack in his hands. After he made that 5 ball, he had the rack in his hands.
Yeah, but he shot the 6 ball way off.
Oh, yun na nga. So again, jitters, yes, first time here, but there has to be a point also that you have to say, teka muna, I got here for a reason. I got to show them why.
Maybe first time on the table, first time in front of the TV cameras.
The first time against Jerico Bañares. Jerico doesn't know this guy.
Mm.
So even Jericho is learning like with us as we go along dito sa kanilang laban. And it will be Jerico Bañares breaking here in rack number 4. So here we go with a break brought to us by Bet and Win, Hard Times, Sports Bar, and Flash TV. Man, the cue ball has left the building.
What happened there, Noel?
Yeah,
I mean, the
lumipad.
cue ball just went straight into that side pocket.
Actually, lumampas pa. I mean, it literally left the table and it's now being found somewhere along Sergeant Esguerra. But ayun na nga, he not only made the ball leave the table, and this looks pretty much, except for the 610. Is that an issue? The
610? No, the 610 is available to the side and the opposite corner.
So walang
pocket.
issue. Walang
No.
issue. This is a pretty...
With proper table management. See,
Correct.
from the 5, you can actually go down there 1 or 2 rails. So anyway,
Wala nang problema as it looks right now.
yes. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he can just draw here somewhere in line with the 3. Ideal position here would be straight into the 3.
Okay na rin. A little short here.
Mm,
Might have to play this with inside to avoid the 8.
actually, what he wants to do is to bump the right side of the 8 coming off
Mm.
that side rail.
Mhm.
Or
Mhm.
he can draw and use a bump off the 5 to get to the pink 4. But he will need to use
Outside.
bottom inside, bottom right,
Mm-mm.
hitting 4, 5 o'clock on the cue ball.
Looks like he is taking the inside path to avoid the 8.
There you
Yeah.
go.
But he missed the
Ooh.
3.
He hit the 8 just the way I said was necessary. However, he missed the 3. He's missed 3 balls already and returning to the table to Bañares.
Jericho's had his share of errors as well. So far it's tit for tat. Jericho is up by 1 rack. Jericho has scratched on the break and lost the cue ball on the break.
Okay. Okay, coming up to the 6 ball, Jericho wants an angle here.
Now he has
okay.
to manufacture it.
No, now a while ago, remember I said that the 6 ball was also available to the side pocket? That's what Jericho is looking at right now. The way he put his cue ball, he wants the side pocket. He wants the bigger landing area there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, no? Yeah, he can shoot this. The 10 is not an issue here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Ooh.
the issue there. Yeah, too much angle.
Gumagawa ng issue.
Too much issue because nga yung angle niya was a little too wide. And this is a reprieve for Mr. Ferrer.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
see if Junriel Ferrer can run this last 5 balls.
Two rails to get to the 8. Again, he likes to take his time. He's got that Dennis Orculio mannerism of like holding the cue stick up and then putting it down. Di ba si Dennis may ganon eh. Okay, a little bit of no man's land here on the 8. nasobrahan yung takbo that time, or he's trying to stretch out as well.
He had a similar shot like this one earlier, and he missed that. Let's see. No, actually, he did make it, but had the one from the 9 to the 10. He had more of an angle on the 9. This one here, he'd probably be better served taking a softer shot, just going for short side position on the 1. I mean on the 9, taking the 9 to the upper corner pocket.
That's gonna have a lot of angle though. Yeah, see that?
Yep. Well,
lagari din kasunod nito.
Well, he seems comfortable with these kinds of shots.
Mhm.
So let's see what he does.
Well, it's not on the rail.
What's important here is if he has enough confidence to make it and the proper skills to execute.
And of course, using long rail to get ready again for that 10 ball. Oof.
Oh, he's double clutching.
Oof.
He knows. He knows. He knows this is a touchy situation.
I don't know what's worse, you performing in front of a large crowd or performing in front of no crowd but a lot of TV, bumuka, but a lot of TV cameras. Oh, and it's past the side pocket, so Jerico can attack this.
Jericho will probably want to slide forward with a cue ball 2 inches or a foot to take it to the side.
And, diba? So usually kasi when we play, in big tournaments, you gotta have a lot of people watching, diba? Medyo maingay and everything. This is the complete opposite right now. You are
Actually,
diba mas nakakatakot dito?
Depende sa mentality ng player. I mean, some people, rather some players like it better when they know, at least in their head, that a lot of people are watching. And some perform knowing that nobody's watching.
Yun na nga eh. And Jericho has a big advantage here in this table because nga ilang beses na siya nagpunta rito.
Pero alam mo, bilang mga bilyaristang Pilipino, hindi ko maintindihan kung hindi ka pa sanay na pinapanood ka ng maraming tao. Kasi lagi kang, let's say, pool players, sanay yan sa pustahan. And usually sa pustahan, maraming crowd.
And this break is brought to us by another scratch on the break for Jericho. He's not having a good day. Sa break, Bet and Win, Hard Times Sports Bar and Flash TV. No, going back to this ngayon, alam mong maraming nanonood sa'yo, but you can't see them. It's a bunch of cameras right now. I mean, how many people are watching us at this very moment? Right, like almost 700 people. Yeah.
Now, I'm a little bothered by this, Noel, because well, we've seen Jericho when he was up against other known players. The way Jericho is playing right now, okay, he's not playing tight. He's pretty loose with his demeanor. And I'm thinking he doesn't have much respect here for his opponent.
That's a problem. That's really a problem. You respect your opponents no matter where they come from. Kahit di mo kilala, there's a reason why he's in the round of 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I mean to say here is Jerico Bañares not meaning to show any disrespect to his opponent or not meaning to na makabasto sa kalaban. Hindi yun ang sinasabi ko. Pero, I mean, parang masyadong relax si Jerico dito sa laban na to.
Yeah, and you can equate this to boxing. There was this the one time there's Ledwabos, like the fighter that you want to get your title from, and then here's this replacement fighter from the Philippines nobody's ever heard of before, and Ledwaba said, I'm gonna knock him out in 3 or 4 rounds, and this little Filipino just ends up taking everything away from him. And the little Filipino's name is Manny Pacquiao. Nobody knew who he was. Then eventually he started carving a name for himself. I'm not saying that Junriel Ferrer is the next Manny Pacquiao. I'm just saying that you gotta respect all your opponents. Diba? Even if you don't know them, I'm just gonna run over this guy.
Yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, okay. Bañares seems to be the superior player so far between the two.
Well, in terms of
However,
record, of course.
In terms of record, in terms
Yeah.
of the score line,
Yeah.
okay. However, okay, funnier things have happened wherein top players get careless and later on find themselves relegated to the loser side or suddenly eliminated from the
Yun na nga
tournament.
eh. And now this is the one miss you die part of this tournament.
Mm-mm.
Diba? There is no second chance anymore. You lose this, that's it. I mean, you get a small chunk of the prize money and you move on to the next tournament. But if you still want to have your shot at that $250,000 pesos, boy, you got to make sure that you're on top of your game and also respecting how your opponents play. Because after a while, I have a feeling that Junriel Ferrer is going to stop smiling after a while. And when he stops smiling, that's when we're going to see the real Junriel Ferrer come out. Right now, he's still nervous because TV table, Jerico Bañares yung kalaban. He's not really good on his preparations right
Yeah.
now, like here on this 9. But once he gets a groove on this table and he gets his break going, which is another major thing in a winner's break, hindi na natin alam kung ano mangyayari.
So Junriel Ferrer is kind of funny on the 9. He wanted to be straight on this shot but didn't get there. All right, so he's going to make it to the corner pocket. Assuming he makes it, he's going to cross the face of the 10. Okay, he's going to take it to the corner. The same corner or the side.
Okay, he just took whatever the table gave him at that moment
Mhm.
to fix his errors sa pagdating sa position. And this is going to be the first time he's actually going to be having an extended period at the table and a chance to win. Let's see if he can pocket the 10. So this should feel good now for Junriel Ferrer na okay, matagal ako sa mesa, hindi nakaporma si Jerico sa akin dito, and now I've gotten my second win, and now I'm breaking again. And Jericho's not breaking well.
Magkaiba sila ng rhythm eh.
Oh.
Si Jericho was shooting faster.
Yeah.
And Junriel Ferrer was taking his time.
Mhm.
Probably taking as much chance as he can to get familiarized with the table and the
Right.
environment as well.
Let's see, we have a few messages also here. May mga messages din naman tayo dyan. Let's see about what we
Most
have.
of them are telling something about Bañares eh.
Yeah.
Mukhang nagkakakwentuhan yung mga ano natin dito, mga
Madalas magkwentuhan naman yung mga yan.
kasamahan natin.
Yeah. So here's the break now by Junriel Ferrer. Brought to us by Bet and Win Hard Time Sports Bar and Flash TV. And he's going to drop that 5 ball.
All right. Productive break from Junriel Ferrer with a good look at the 1 ball. Well, let's see what he does. Okay, he's going to take this to the corner. Taking this to the obvious pocket, which is the side pocket, will not give him good position on the 2. Hence, he wants to take this to the corner. And should he miss, merong may mga added safety features
Yeah,
to. Should
tama.
he miss?
8 and 9 is right there in the middle of the table as well.
Yeah, ang daming blockers eh.
Well, you don't want to scratch though, so he didn't.
Well, he didn't miss. He didn't scratch, but didn't get the pocket either. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, maraming mga blocking balls eh. Ayan, kita mo si Bañares is forced to shoot into the rail.
And now creates a safety.
Creates his own counter safety, but I think he's left here a piece of the 1 for for Ferrer.
Now, what Ferrer can do is go left to right with the safety.
The 1 will, if he hits the left side of the 1 will go between the 7 and 10, and the cue ball probably behind the pink 4.
Left to right. Oh, nasama pa yung 8 and 9. So napaganda pa.
Oo, napaganda pa. Alam mo, kung if this was like 6 inches less, mas malaki ang problema ni Bañares. But
Mhm.
here, madali ang tamaan.
2 rails.
No, 1 rail.
Oh yeah, 1 rail. You're right.
Ayan, oh, kick and stick lang, oh.
Oh, and he's able to disrupt the 8 and 9 cluster.
Pero did he leave another piece of the 1?
And even if he did, though,
Well, even if he did, there's no offensive option
uh,
for Junriel here. Junriel will probably send the 1 ball, okay, back up table, and then try to control the cue ball behind the blue 2.
he's got a very small piece of this one. So better make sure about his control on this. Is he taking out his jump cue? Oh, he's jumping.
I like the jump option. I
Mhm.
like it better than trying to come off safe by just hitting a piece of the 1. This will give him better contact.
And made it too.
Oh.
Wow, that's the second time he's made a jump shot. He's not rewarded.
Oh,
He's not rewarded. Like the same one kanina. Although kanina nag-miss naman siya sa 6.
my goodness. There should be a special rule that
Wala.
that says if you make such a spectacular shot, you have to be given ball in hand.
No, but I think unti-unti they're taking away all of these special options now sa pool. I heard a story that Shane Van Boning is pushing for the pinapatanggal na niya yung push out after the break. He's lobbying for that. He's really seriously
Really?
lobbying for that. Yeah, pinapatanggal na yung push out.
But that's such a wonderful option for 9 ball or 10 balls.
Yun na nga, pero it doesn't reward your misfortune. It rewards pala your misfortune. Yun na sinasabi. Well, that's just one, of course.
What's
And
he
there have been
doing?
some rule changes already. 3 rails. Ooh.
Does he get behind the 6?
Yes, he does. So there is a little bit of conspiracy against Jerico Bañares between Junriel Ferrer and the pool gods at the moment. No, I think he can get a part of the 2. Yon, part of the 2 it is. And is there a safety behind everybody? Halos na dikit pa nga sa rail eh. That's the experience of a Jerico Bañares for you.
Well, let's take a look what Jun Ferrer's reply will be here.
Looks like he can just avoid the 6 and make a little bit of contact with the 2. Pero I don't know what merit that's gonna have. Because the only big ball there really is the 6 ball.
Hang on. No direct kick.
Here
He's
comes the
again
jump.
jumping.
Wow, this is a long distance jump now.
And this is dangerous.
Oh.
You know why? Noel, actually, long distance jump, okay, has more forward motion than upward motion.
Mhm.
So, tendency is in long jumps, cue ball goes off table. Kasi baka may tumalbog pa yan after its first bounce.
Well, he's thinking that if... Oh my goodness, this guy is a machine with his jump shots.
I am speechless. I am
Wow.
speechless.
Ano yung pinapractice niya? And Jericho, nalaki yung mata ni Jericho after that because he did it to the 1 ball. Now he did it to the 2 ball. This is his third. He's 3 out of 3 with jump shots to make it into a pocket.
And yet, this is a guy who missed open shots.
Yun na nga eh. So, should we have a jump shot contest? Lahat ng tira dapat jump shot?
Oo, dapat parang ganun siguro. Ano? Lahat na lang...
That's ridiculous. Iba, you're 3 out of 3. It's a jump shot on a table you've never played on before.
Mhm.
But the thing is, yun na nga, is he rewarded? Yeah, meron
On
siya
a table
tira sa
he's
tres.
never played before and not familiar with the shark's jaws.
Oo, isa pa yun. I think it's better to be oblivious to the shark's jaws and everything.
And
Wala.
no problem
Yun na
there.
nga eh. So, probably now he's gaining some momentum. He's only down 1 rack. And looks like he's starting to have fun. That's the problem, Manny, ano?
Mhm.
He's starting to have fun.
Sabi ni Eric Perales, basketball player nga ito.
Oh,
Galing
jump-
sa jump shot.
Galing sa jump shot, di ba? Kunin na sa gilas to. We need a lot of jump shooters.
Sabi ni Sir Genesis Del Fiero, this guy is spectacular with his jump shot ability.
Kaya
True
nga eh.
that.
I mean, he's 3 out of 3 and these are not easy jump shots that he's been taking, huh?
Oo, kanina very risky yung yung long jump na ginawa niya. ah.
That's still, for me, that's the shot of the day so far.
Mhm.
Yung long jump niya on the 2 ball. Oh, thought he was going to catch the point.
No, he just shot it with perfect speed.
Oo nga.
Ito from here, I bet he's gonna get in perfect line for the 8 ball.
It's just like a stun.
Yeah, he's just gonna stun draw this, okay, to get perfect line for the 8 ball. Just like that.
Not sure if you really want it to be straight because he's not.
Well, he wanted it to be straight. Now,
Ito na naman siya sa last 3. Parati siya may
Oo.
problema sa last 3. Ano?
all right. Now he just wants minimal movement on this cue ball.
Mhm.
No, just a little forward motion, no back motion here. Oh
Oh, and he gets lucky.
no,
He didn't call it.
no.
He didn't call it in that pocket. That's a player option for Jerico
Option.
Bañares. So he gets unlucky by being lucky.
That's your fault, Noel. You did call him out on the last 3 balls.
No, but it's true. It's true. Tingnan mo naman yan. And the thing is nga, he got unlucky by being lucky. If this was
Mhm.
9 ball, that would have counted. But this is 10 ball.
Hindi.
Ah.
You saw what he did with the 8 ball. Sabi
Yeah.
ko nga kanina, di ba? Minimal movement on the cue ball. But
Correct.
instead, he chose to roll forward, get a better angle on the 9. Hence, he had to do more work and messed up the shot.
And Jericho is saying, I watched all of that and I just needed 2 shots to win the rack. And that's Jericho Bañares doing his best impression of John Lloyd Cruz at the moment. But again, Jerico Bañares is 1 win away from being halfway to the goal, huh?
Cool na cool lang tong si John Lloyd. Jericho.
And again, he will take on whoever wins. Rather, will take on the winner. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Demosthenes Pulpul, Demos, and Jeff De Luna. So, and that's happening right now. So hard times.
So the winner of Demosthenes Pulpul and Jeff De Luna takes on the
the
winner of this match.
This match.
I see.
Diba? I'm sure ngayon, pag nagbe-break yung dalawa doon sa hard times, ang lakas na to. Yung dalawang yun. Yung palakasan ng break. And this break, speaking of breaks, is brought to us by Bet and Win, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Flash TV. And Jericho is not fortunate on the break again. This is one of the things that, you know, when he teamed up with Anton Raga, nung nilabanan nila itong si Johan Chua at saka si Jeffrey Ignacio, obviously those 2 guys have a break shot. But despite the fact that Anton Raga and Jerico Bañares had these kinds of breaks, they still found a way to win. Ngayon, solo na si Jericho. Wala na siyang Anton Raga na sasandalan. But, look at this. The 3 ball is blocking the 1. So there's a push out coming up. Now, if he jumps this and makes it again, uwi na tayo.
Those jumps alone, dapat may puntos na.
Tama, di ba? At least half rack.
Mm-mm.
He can't jump this; it's too near. So he's gonna have to. He can play a safety actually,
What's
or a
funny
push
here?
out.
What's funny here, Noel, is it's not the distance between the 3 and the cue ball that's hard there. It's the fact that it's too far into the table, middle of the table.
Now look at what he's given Jericho, di ba? Hindi kita yung uno, you have to now jump the 6, and Jericho might not be comfortable doing that. So here comes Junriel Ferrer with his jump cue. Diba? Now he's playing to his strengths.
Yes. I'm surprised that Jericho returned. No, Jericho got his own.
Okay, sabi ni Jericho,
Exactly.
sige nga, ako nga, subukan ko nga yan.
Okay, Jericho didn't want to take that chance.
Okay, sa ikaw ako na
Ayun.
lang yan. Sabi ni Jericho, matanda na ako, brother. Nakikita ko na yan. Nice effort, though.
Oh, Jericho comes out with a brilliant jump of his own, no?
Actually, Junriel Ferrer is older than Jerico Bañares by a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, looking at the layout right now, may kanya-kanyang butas na yan. Almost left the 3 ball though, but he's still fine. Let's try to get this back into the center of the table for the 5.
Just there.
Yan lang.
Yan. Keeping it simple.
Yeah, I guess the 6 into the side. Yan, kanya-kanyang butas na yan eh.
Oo.
This is the tempo that Jericho wants to play in. Isa pa yan. Jericho, when he's going up against somebody who shoots slow, it irritates him. Really does. And I remember nung kalaban niya dati si Jeff Ignacio, na talagang Jeff really slowed down. As in, nakakapikon yung pag-slow down ni Jeff Ignacio nun.
Well, if anything, I'd be surprised if Jericho would be affected by that because this guy's a pro. And he knows players who intentionally slow roll or slow play
kaya nga.
just to mess up his rhythm.
And look, that's the Jericho tempo that we're used to.
All right.
So, yun.
So, Bañares leads with a scoreline of 6-2. Is that 6?
I think it's 5-2 right now. Yeah, 5-2.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
4-2 kanina. 5-2 ngayon. So, we'd like to thank our sponsors as well. Bugsy Promotions, Bet and Win Gaming Corporation, Hard Time Sports Bar in Quezon City, as well as Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Mudcakes by V, Carex Kayanong ng Target On Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Ropa Commercial, Flash TV, pati na rin ang Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Music Avenue, Deadista Sports Bar and Resto in Cubao, Quezon City, Billiard Planet, and Thoroughbred Layered Tips. So nawala na ang smile ni Junriel Ferrer for now. Because now he's looking up at the scoreboard and saying, okay, now I gotta do something. Jericho is just toying with me now. Si Jericho, nag-respond muna sa kanya mga fans, nagpapabati for sure. And he is now breaking, and this break is brought to us by Bet and Win, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Flash TV. Finally, something goes down. It's called the cue ball again.
This is Jericho's fourth
either nawala yung cue ball.
bad break.
Yeah, fourth bad break. Third scratch, and the fourth na nawala yung pamato. Well, 4 times. Actually, 1 time nawala pamato, 3 scratches now on the break. So, why is that, Mr. Argonza?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, Jericho's just too relaxed. He knows he's messing up. He knows he can take on this opponent, and I'm getting the impression that he feels he can take this on with one hand tied behind his back.
Or nakapikit, nakapiring.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not quite sure if that's gonna be the case for long because nga.
Well, the way kanina nga isang comment natin dito was saying Jericho pang abang-abang. No, parang gano'n na lang eh. It's as if na Jericho knows this guy will mess up. No? He's probably too nervous to go up against Jericho.
I don't know. The longer Junriel Ferrer stays at the table, the more confident he's starting to look.
Yes, I mean, he needs to find his rhythm at this venue, at this table, so he can make something happen and catch up to Jerico Bañares' points.
It should actually favor him nga na wala tayong shot clock dito. I mean, he can really take advantage of that. Look at how free-flowing his stroke is right now. Now, the question is, does he now have an end game? Parati niyang problema yan. He'd run out 6-7 balls. Pagdating sa 8-9-10, something happens.
The problem I'm seeing on his game right now is one, he hasn't had this. He doesn't have a good feel of the speed of the table.
Mm-hmm.
He's running his position short or overrunning it, as sometimes the case may be. And aside from that, there have been some accuracy issues.
Mm-hmm.
He's as far as my memory is concerned, he missed 3 easy shots.
You're right. It is 3 so far. 3 unforced. This doesn't look to be an issue. The layout, at least. Now the thing is, can he finish?
He overran his position this time. A while ago, he underhit it. This time around, he overran it.
Now he's gonna have to play a draw shot.
Yeah, he needs to play a draw shot and will get shaky position. Okay, again on the green 6.
Well, he wants to hit the 6 where the cue ball is right now. That's gonna be like really a big draw.
Or if he can at least get the cue ball back to the middle of the table.
Pwede rin.
No, he'll have a good enough shot on the 6.
Tinampal niya.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. He doesn't have the speed of the table just yet. He didn't want to hit that 9, but he ran into it. And considering that there's a big part of the table that's practically loose,
I thought
clear.
I thought he was straight enough to just draw straight back.
I thought he was going to draw as well, but he forced it into that bottom rail. Hence, he's getting harder shots than it should. And that's been the story of his game from the start.
Oo nga eh. And we're already in what? This is rack 7 already, so or rack 8 actually.
This is where table management comes in.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I wonder if he's going to draw into the long rail and spin out for the 7, or will he use...
Inside.
No, I mean, will he use the top rail and then the side rail to come back? It all comes down to how he feels on this shot. 2 rails.
No, missed the 6.
Again, accuracy issues, as I've said.
Well, the spot sort of helped him slow down the 6. Otherwise, that would have been Jerico shooting into the left corner pocket.
Well, Jerico here has the similar shot. Same pocket, same kind of approach.
And a same miss.
Same miss. Check out where the cue ball is for both of them. All right, now... This is probably Ferrer's last chance at this rack. And what he wants to do here is to run up 2 rails, probably a foot off that...
He's taking a long shot though. I was thinking, lusot naman yung 7 sa 10 to follow your line.
No, because he wants to come back down for the 8. If he had less of an angle here, this is comfortable to push forward for the 8. But as it is, he'll have to manage his speed. He needs top English, and then with about probably medium speed, medium to soft speed, just to get in line with the 8. Worst case scenario here, he gets too close to the 8. As in too close enough to kiss, actually. Oh. Junriel Ferrer.
Yeah. He's missed another one, so that makes it 5 unforced errors now.
The problem here is he's digging himself into a hole. The more errors that he makes, the less confidence he gets, and the more confidence Jerico Bañares gains. Because when you're shooting well and you see your opponent is struggling with his game,
maapektuhan ka rin, diba?
I mean, yeah. Yung mental part nito, it just plays into this, and it will play a lot at this stage.
This is now for win number 6. And Jerico saying, all right, keep digging yourself into a hole. I'm going to continue capitalizing. He is 3 wins away from a spot in the final 16. You know, if you're Junriel Ferrer right now, just take a restroom break. Go inside the restroom. Even if you're not going to actually use the restroom, parang breathe in, breathe out. Remember what got you to this spot in the first place. Look at that. Yung smile niya parang, what the hell am I doing wrong? I don't play this way, di ba? Parang ganon. And he's questioning it, but at the same time, he's smiling. You have to find a way to get back to what got you here in the first place. Forget about who you're playing.
Well, I can tell you right now, Noel, right about now, Junriel is playing all those shots over and over again in his head, asking himself, what happened in those shots? What made
Yeah.
him miss?
Well, he stood up now and he's stretching. At napatingin sa kanya si Jericho, okay, I'm gonna break. Where the heck are you going? He's just there at the back of that board right now, trying to stretch out, probably talking to himself right now. Let's see if Jericho can execute a break and run out here. He's not been very good on his break. This is actually a rare time where Jericho keeps the cue ball on the table. But it's still a dry break.
Well, Jericho softened up his break there. He dialed it down a notch. Okay, so hence the cue ball remained at the middle of the table, just got knocked back by that green 6.
Fortunately, of course, for Jericho, because now there's no clean shot on the 1 para dito kay Junriel Ferrer.
Well, Junriel is catching the left side of that 1 ball, sending it back down table. I think he's good here.
Yeah, Jericho's gonna have to jump this now. Unless kita niya ng bahagya sa tabi ng 6 ball. Doesn't look like it though. He's calling the 1 in the corner, so he sees more of the 1 ball that we're giving him credit for. Oh, he's gonna kick at it. He missed it though.
Somehow the cue ball didn't hit anything there.
Maganda layout, huh? This is one of the opportunities now given to Junriel Ferrer that he's gotta capitalize on.
All right. Let's take a look at what Junriel can do with ball in hand.
You can just send the cue ball back at the center of the table and the lane dos.
Well, he wants the position near the 8 ball.
Got it to that part.
Okay, he can take it there, have the cue ball float to the other side. Okay, and he'd like this a little straight on the 3. Doesn't want too much of an angle.
Well, he has too much of an angle, but still workable.
Yeah, but he's missed this before, Noel.
Mhm.
He's missed these kinds of shots earlier in this game.
You know, it's really ironic, Manny, because this guy makes jump shots look so easy, but the easy shots look so difficult.
Exactly. I think it's just a case of nerves.
Wow, we're already in rack number 9. When is the nerve thing going away?
Well, for some people who are not used to this kind of TV lights and cameras, it can get nerve-wracking.
So
But he aces it.
Yeah, but again, that's not ball 7. That's not ball 8, 9, or 10.
Mhm.
Big difference.
You know what? Now that you mentioned it, for a pool player, if he can run out this rack, he's
Mhm.
gonna be he's gonna be earning some of his confidence back.
And
He's
some
shooting left-handed this
Yeah,
time.
and some respect from Jericho also, because Jericho's break has left a lot to be desired so far. Then Jericho's gonna think, if next time I break, I gotta make sure that I make something. Otherwise, this guy's gonna run it out. So he's shown that he can also shoot left-handed.
Sabi nga namin ni AJ, marunong din pala siyang mga liwa.
I
Oh,
wouldn't-
he hit it too thick.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put it past AJ to come up with a line like that, really. Yeah, he hit it too thick. So this is like a blind cut now.
He hit it too thick.
Always at the twilight of the rack, something happens.
Okay, so now normally if he was like 2 feet closer to this, I'd say he'd be going 2 rails, taking the 7 ball to the side pocket. But at this angle, having less of the 6 to work with, he needs to run this 3 rails.
That's really
2. He was
Yeah.
able to control the cue ball there.
okay. So now he's starting to get comfortable. Let's see if he can sustain this. Eto na naman tayo, last 4.
He had more of the 6 ball to work with, so he was able to control it to that side. Okay, Now he has to run this past the 8 ball just like that.
Okay, now he's got to prove to Jericho that I can pocket the last 3.
All right, now he needs to draw this past the 9 ball and take it to that corner pocket where his cue is over right now.
Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
All right. If he wants to roll forward here, hit the cushion just before the side pocket. Oh, he hit it with a lot of follow.
Okay na rin.
Okay na rin.
Yeah. So with this 10 ball, he's going to stop Jericho's streak. And then there's 6-3. And now, breaking naman itong si Junriel Ferrer. Coming in on rack number 10. We're still awaiting the schedule for the next match after this. But if I'm not mistaken, it will feature once again Jonas Magpantay, this time taking on Anton Raga. We're gonna double check on that. We have, I don't know whose car is this trying to park here. It might be Anton's car.
All right, Junriel Ferrer nipping at the heels of Jerico Bañares, with a scoreline of 6-3. All right, and let's see what kind of break Junriel can come up with this time.
And this break is brought to us by Bet and Win, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Flash TV. Nothing.
An open table here for Jerico Bañares. No clusters. Every ball has a pocket to go in.
Starting with this one ball, which I think he's gonna. Is he taking this into the side?
Yes, I think he's taking it to the side, having the cue ball bounce off of that bottom rail.
Yeah, suddenly you can just say, okay na. Okay na.
Now Jericho is looking to have this cue ball slide between the 4 and 8. Oh.
No, just
he
left it
decided
there. Yeah.
he decided to take the long route.
Yeah, that's a confident stroke. Yeah, we don't even have to tell you what she's gonna do next because pretty much self-explanatory.
Tingnan mo ang ginagawa niya with his cue ball. Oh. Minimal ang galaw ng cue ball niya. Oh.
Yeah.
He's playing it tight, making sure he has a shot on every ball. You see?
It's what you call efficiency also.
Yes. Efficient table management. He knows all he has to do is get to the right side of each ball. Just like that.
And it doesn't matter how far the shot is going to be as long as it's a shot he wants.
I have it in my mind that Jerico Bañares is showing off.
Di naman. But you know what?
Hey, that's not a bad thing. That's not saying anything bad about Jericho. I mean, he's got the goods, man.
No.
He's got the goods.
And he's one of the more flamboyant players. I mean, everybody thinks he's so serious, but he is actually one of the funniest guys you're ever gonna meet. Seryoso yung mukha niya, pero pag nakatalikod, magjo-joke yan bigla. And then everybody, like I remember when he was teamed up with Anton Raga, Anton couldn't stop laughing. Doubles yun, ha. Patawa ng patawa si Jericho. Anton couldn't stop laughing talaga.
And tingnan mo naman yung ginawa niya. Just like, okay, after he finished that rack, he quietly sat down and back in his chair.
Checks his fan mail.
Checks his fan mail, crosses his legs,
and
is saying, okay, next.
No, the only time, actually, I did see Jericho tense once playing. He was up against Efren. Yung pa yung time, I remember, may kwento pa yun eh. There were 2 cue balls actually na pinagpipilian nila. Na si Jericho nag-practice run. He liked 1 cue ball so much. Tapos paglabas ni Efren galing CR, Champ, tingnan mo tong cue ball na to. Ang dami niya sinabi. Tapos si Efren nakikinig lang sa kanya. Sabi ni Efren, tapos ka na? Yung isa gamitin natin. Score, rise to 7. 7-2 yung score. Talo si Jericho. Uwi ka agad. He's still struggling with his break, though, but it is still brought to us by Bet and Win, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Flash TV.
Actually, I'm getting the feel that he's just messing around with his break.
No, but now he's frustrated. Parang, ano ba yan? I'm 0 for 10,000 on my break right now with 3 scratches. Diba? So, and he can't get any sort of momentum talaga dito. And he's just gonna wait again for Junriel Ferrer to make a mistake. Like this, he's made a mistake again. Hindi pala. Ito pala yung dos. Akala ko yun yung dos.
Mm-hmm.
So, open Open na yung mesa rito. Getting to the 3, he needs to put this in the side pocket.
Well, he would need to put it in the side, but
For the
that's
corner.
what I'm talking about. I mean, position there wasn't automatic. There was a certain degree of control that he needed.
He can still take this into the side. He can still take it into the corner also. It does pass the 8 ball. How do you hold for the 4? I think more of the corner pocket shot now would be the choice because of where the cue ball is, just to hold for the 4.
Whoa.
Now, how do you get to the 5?
Well, pretty easy. Low right. Okay, hit it 2 rails from the pink 4 down for the 5. He just needs to hit that second diamond. Okay. And he should be good. Doesn't want to end up too straight.
Okay,
Well, this is okay. I mean, he's got an angle, but with this, if he goes forward, okay, he's gonna be a little far, okay, from the green 6, just like that. Oh, he got close enough. I mean, he got closer than what I thought.
That's the
That is the angle that he wanted.
Well, that's the only shot he had anyway.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So took a little bit of a drift after this to get to the 7. Probably a little bit of a draw to get to the 8. So this is gonna feel good. This has run out written all over it.
Sabi ni Prince Carl Villamalia, proud kami sa'yo, Kuya Junriel Ferrer. Lab.
Junriel proudly taking on the cudgels of being the Cebu representative here, along with Anton Raga, actually. Oh, I don't remember seeing a run out from Junriel Ferrer. This could be the first one.
Was this a break and run?
No, break ni Jericho. Run niya.
Jericho. Yeah.
Run niya. From a dry break ni Jericho.
A while ago, Junriel had one.
Okay.
Yung last,
So second niya.
Second niya to. Second run out niya.
He has to make the 10 though to make it official. There it is.
For a second there, I thought Junriel's cue was actually shaking.
Yeah, but it passed him.
Yeah, I think nerves are getting to him, but he got them under control, made the 10, got his next point.
We got now Jerico Bañares. Looks like there's a coaching session going on downstairs, and Jericho's is trying to listen in. Score is now 7-4, and Jericho is going to take this opportunity to take a restroom break. And of course, while that's happening, we just want to inform you that yan po yung ating score line. We still don't have news from what's going on dun sa kabila. So, see if we can get some news on that. On how things are going on. So let's see if we can get some updates here.
All right, what are the score lines from the other
Yun na
side?
nga, I'm trying to look for some score lines sa kabila. Kung may makita tayo. But I still know the matchups though.
Anyway, here is Junriel Ferrer for the break.
Break is brought to us by Bet and Win, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Flash TV. And the 5 ball drops. Shot on the 1. This has run out written all over it again.
Well, possible break and run out here for Junriel Ferrer. Now, he wants to roll forward with this one ball, but he wants an angle of the two. Okay, the safer option here is to have his cue ball hit the 8
Okay na rin.
full, but not like that. Now he's partially hidden. I think he's fully hidden
Yeah.
off the 2.
So now he's going rail first for the 2.
He wanted a full hit on that 8 ball sana eh.
I want to correct myself pala earlier. Marlon Manalo is still in the competition. He's going up against Brian Zagiped as we speak. Right now, Goy Goy Pastor is also taking on our snooker player Alvin Barbero. And Roberto Gomez is taking on Mark San Pedro. Ronnie Alcano is taking on Dean Castronueva. So these are the matches that are ongoing. Let's try to see if we can get some results sa kabila.
Oh, I love hearing Dean Mark Castanuevo still here in contention.
Yeah.
Okay. Because nung first day, siya yung first winner eh.
Well, Jerico Bañares right now, coming off ball in hand, with an opportunity to get to the hill. And you also get the sense that Jericho knows that he's got the inside track to win this match anyway. You get the feeling he's conserving energy.
Maybe so. That's why he doesn't want to mentally bother himself too much
Tama.
over this. That's what kanina yun ang nakita ko sa rhythm niya eh. Yun ang basa ko sa kanya eh.
Well, he is. Tandaan natin if Jeff De Luna emerges against Demos Pulpul, sila maglalaban ni Jeff.
He's probably getting himself mentally prepared for that.
Yeah, and Jeff is quite the talker. So that's another thing.
Well, I don't think he would have much of a problem with that
Yeah.
because over the years, they've had numerous run-ins together.
Oh, yeah.
So probably no problem there.
Yeah, but again...
And we haven't even finished talking about it, and Jericho just finishes the rack.
And he's on the hill. He's on the hill also right now. No, I bring up that point because Jeff and Roberto Gomez, these guys know each other very well sa Industria. But Jeff knows how to push your buttons. By the way, Jeff will do just to get an edge. The way Earl Strickland you're friends with Earl Strickland now, di ba? We have dinner together.
Hey,
Pero
in
pag
some
naglaban
corners
kayo,
of the world, that's what they call sharking.
yeah, I know. Well, you're absolutely right. But and Django Bustamante was telling me the story that he was having dinner with Earl once. Okay, they're friends, and then suddenly, pag magkalaban na sila, Earl is gonna really get into your head. Suddenly, yeah, ganun siya. And there are some people, and I know Jeff and Roberto Gomez are like that. They like to play with they like to play with your head every now and then. Of course, Jericho, he's sort of supposed to be immune to that. But Jeff De Luna, if in case he makes it through, knows how to push the buttons of Jericho. Huh?
In one competition, I remember one competition in the US, and then Django and si Earl Strickland magkalaban, Tapos
that's the 4th scratch for Jericho Bañares. Are you kidding me?
Like I said,
Oh,
you know what? Come to think of it, I think Jericho is doing that on purpose. Because he's confident that his opponent is not going to be able to run out and will eventually get him back into. He's conserving his energy. Okay, have the opponent run the first few balls, and Jericho knows he has a good chance to run out for the rest of the balls and win the game.
I'm looking at the layout here right now. I don't know how Junriel Ferrer is gonna screw this one up. Ang ganda na nung latag na yan.
I hope Junriel just gets all of this and gets on level.
Stop. Okay.
He's good. He's good. Now he wants to be somewhere near that side pocket, somewhere after it preferably, but just don't get into that.
Okay.
Good position.
Yeah. Bagsak, long rail, get the 5, hold for the 6. He's supposed to be okay.
I like this. I like how this is looking for Junriel.
Tanda natin, Jericho Bañares is on the hill. So the pressure is on Junriel Ferrer to be mistake-free for the rest of this match.
perfect. He can come back out just past the 9. He just needs to come out the 1 rail past the 9 and will be in perfect position for the brown 7. That's good. Again, perfect position.
You notice he's also speeding up a bit, huh?
Yes. I think realizing that
Did he make it?
no.
I didn't make it.
So the 8 ball was on the other side of the table. I thought that 8
Baliktad
it
nga,
was a
no?
10.
No, but the thing is, I also thought he was gonna draw.
Hmm.
Diba? He did not draw. He tried to use the cushion. Sa tandaan natin, both aircons are on now. So that cushion has softened up. Well, he's had some spectacular shots today.
This is what I'm talking about. Jerico will break funny, let Junriel
Do all the work.
do all the work, and Jericho will just need to shoot at less balls to win the match.
Oh, wow. Now, I think you have a point about the showing off part now.
Jerico Bañares putting on a show.
This 10 ball, no more na daw. Sabi ni Junriel, no more na. You got it, boy.
And
So
the game
Jericho-
was conceded.
Yeah, Jericho's still gonna shoot it anyway. Junriel Ferrer concedes the last ball. Jerico Bañares moves on quite handily here. 9-4 ang kanilang scoreline dito. And Junriel Ferrer is only gonna get better as more exposures he gets here in Metro Manila. But it is Jerico Bañares moving through. I wanna know, sana may resulta na tayo sa laban ni Demos Pulpul at saka ni Jeff De Luna kung sino makakalaban sunod nitong ni Jerico Bañares. But he is moving on. Jerico Bañares now moving on to the final 16, Manny.
All right. And it looks like the usual suspects are getting into the final 16 first. No?
Yeah. So let's see if this trend continues. We'll have our next featured match in just a few moments. Stay with us. We are still bringing you live action from the Quezon City 10 Ball Open. Stay with us.